Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome aboard. This is My Star with Asa. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and we are at Infinity Lounge, Ntinda, just at Capital Shoppers. And this is My Star with Asa. And tonight we're having an amazing guest who has traversed the country. He's one of the veterans in the movie industry in Uganda. You'll know about him because if you don't know about film, then definitely you don't know about Mutaka Allie. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing none other than Allie Mutaka. But before I go ahead, he has featured in very many different projects, including The Grave, Fate, Battle of the Souls, Last King of Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the president of the film fraternity in Uganda, known as Film Club Uganda. Without further delay, the shoes I'm standing in are very big for myself. Let me let the big man himself talk. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing none other than filmmaker and film enthusiast, Mr. Allie Mutaka. You're welcome, Sebo.
Wow, what quite an introduction there. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome to My Star with Asa. It's an honor to have you in this show because every star that steps here always has something they add. But tonight, having you, who is at the epitome of filmmaking in Uganda, really means a lot.
Thank you very much.
Tell us more. Who is Mutaka?
Thank you very much. Wow. First of all, I'd like to commend you for this effort, for you creating space.
Thank you.
A platform for filmmakers where we can come and just express and chat and talk about ourselves. Because before, there is not so many such platforms where we can speak. So I commend you for that. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Oui. Allie Mutaka is born and raised in Jinja.
Okay.
46 years old now.
Yes.
And I am a filmmaker. The reason why I call myself a filmmaker is because I've gone through all the stages of filmmaking. I've been a runner. I've been a gaffer boy. Yeah. I've done sound. I've done camera. I've directed. I've executive produced. I've produced. I have acted.
Yeah.
So that is me.
Okay.
And right now I am, as you introduced me, the president of Film Club Uganda, which is a platform for young and upcoming filmmakers where we meet to chat about film, about share dreams, discuss the situation of the film industry in Uganda. Yeah. And that's quite something. That's quite who I am. I don't want to speak a lot.
You don't speak a lot?
Yeah, I don't want to speak a lot.
Why? Because we're here to listen to you. All right, you've said you've gone through all stages of filmmaking. You're a producer, director. Have you also acted?
Yes, I have.
Okay. In The Grave, did you act it?
Yeah, in The Grave I acted. The story of The Grave is quite funny and interesting. For me, it's usually referred to as when you are at, sometimes you need to take an opportunity. You need to seize the moment when you're presented by it. The Grave was a film that members of Film Club, then it was Cine Club, but now Film Club, decided to come up with a story. And this story was about a man who has many wives, many concubines. He was married to one woman, but then he had many of those other women. So he passes on. When he passes on, every woman wants to have something of his property. But so when they were auditioning, no one auditioned for the dead guy, for the husband. Everybody auditioned for the man, the brother, and all that. Now nobody auditioned for the dead guy.
That's interesting.
And then I was there, I'm like, wait a minute. This dead guy actually is the main guy. He's the star of this film. So I was like, can I be the dead guy? I was like, by the way, we had forgotten about the dead person. So you be the dead person.
Seven thought, why should I act as dead? I mean,
exactly.
I'm not getting anything. Okay.
It was such a challenging role.
Are you sure? Because you're dead, you're not speaking. Come on, how can it be challenging? I mean, you're dead, you're not speaking, you're not acting. How would you say it's challenging?
Let me tell you something.
I'm perplexed. I mean,
it's like when people see people doing love scenes in movies, they think it's easy. Those are some of the hardest scenes to act, to be part of. So being dead, you're dead, you're supposed to, can you spend a minute without blinking? When you're just lying down like
this. Were you dead with your eyes closed or eyes open?
My eyes were closed, but you still your eyes kind of twitch.
Okay.
it's hard. You have to practice. You actually go and do research on how to be there.
You make it seem harder than it should be.
I'm telling you. So I was there lying down. They were crying. I was listening to everybody, but I was just there the whole time.
Oh.
You can imagine the whole time. People. It was a short film, but you know how many takes. They took many takes, and I was there lying down, and I had to hold, not to make my stomach seem like I'm breathing, and then practice to hold my eyes from shaking.
Wow.
You know, all these things. So it was a challenging role.
It was quite challenging. It was your first film
It was my first major role, I must say. But I'd also featured in one, in a series I met. I just came across, I was at, there was a club on Buganda Road. And I phoned people there acting. I didn't know, so I was with my friends. I asked the producer, director there, is it possible for me to just be part of the extras? And I said, yeah, it's okay, just sit around. That was my first time. But acting majorly was The Grief.
The Grief.
Then after The Grief, I did Fate.
Okay.
I was also supporting. And then, of course, I went on to do other things. Battle of the Souls, SRB.
All right, first wait.
Yeah.
First stop there.
Yeah.
Battle of the Souls.
Yeah.
This is the movie that went all over the world, not only in Uganda, but all over the world.
Yes.
Let me not spoil. Let me also learn from you right now and get entertained. Tell us more about the Battle of the Souls.
My experience on Battle of the Souls is also quite interesting. Matt Bish, the director of the film, was he had just come back from Netherlands, from film school. Everybody was the talk of town at that time. So when he called for auditions, many people ran to him to audition. I hadn't gone. So there were like a few days, I think I went the last day of the audition closing. And back then I used to film. I had already started filming. I used to have a camera. I was a moving production house myself. I had a camera, I had a tripod, you know, all sorts, everything that is here I carried. I carried lights, I carried everything. So I was coming from Entebbe. I had gone to film. Then I said, let me just go to Mad Bish, and then I try out for a role. So I was heavy, I had bags on me, and so I reached, and Matt Bish looked at me and said, you look so tired. You look like I looked strange, all tired, all messed up. And he says, and you're coming here to audition? I'm like, yeah, I want to try it. So I, of course, tried out a role. I think the guy was called, I don't remember, was called Chris. I didn't get it, of course. But guess what I had? I had what Matt didn't have.
What?
I had the equipment that Matt didn't have. I had gone with the camera, Panasonic 3CCD. Wow. And Matt loved this camera. So I don't know whether Matt, that's how I got this role. But I know you like my camera then. So after a while, he calls me and says, Allie, can you come and try out this role again? Because the person who had auditioned for the role, I think, kind of fell out. He didn't, something happened to Paul. He was called Paul then. He didn't manage to feature in the film. So I got the role like that. I don't know whether Matt, I got that role because I fit the character or because he wanted my character. But anyway, I ended up working with Matt on that role. I was actually, I think, also
the devil.
Yeah, I was the friends with the devil. I was friends with Prince. Then we were from the same cult. Yeah, so we were people trying to mess up people in that life. Yeah, so I was also his assistant director on that very project. And from then on, we've always worked together. I've worked with Matt Bish, all his films. Yeah.
Speaking about that, did you get, because that was the time when people were still learning about, being impacted too much about religion, did it affect you somehow? Did you feel like you were being taken by the underworld?
No, I didn't. I've always been smart enough.
Because there was one Roger Mugisha at that time, and everyone said, he's a devil worshipper, he's a what?
True, but I'd never believed in that crap.
Then how did you act it?
I did my research, yes, but I also You see, it's still a thin line between realism and then fiction.
Yeah.
I knew I was just acting. I knew. I had stories.
You didn't get any nightmares?
No, I will not lie.
Okay, then let's go to The Last King. I mean, this was a movie that took Uganda by storm, and people were like, wow, The Last King of Scotland. How did you even get a chance to do The Last King of Scotland?
At that time, of course, Cine Club was already there, and auditions took place. The mention of the film was made at the National Theatre, so we knew, those of us who used to come to the National Theatre, we knew there was a film going to be filmed called Last King of Scotland, and there were auditions called, so I went and auditioned for an extras role. They wanted extras, really. I was an extra in that film, but fortunately, you know, sometimes you're lucky to get an extra who is doing something. Okay. So I was among the journalists, the presidential journalists. So that's how I get to feature. I have a few seconds on screen in that film. At least some people don't, but at least I have. It was
worth it. I mean,
it was worth it. It was worth it. And that time, they were paying us 40,000 shillings. 40,000 shillings for an extra.
Movie.
Yeah, of course, we had bad negotiators for the Ugandan cast who thought then that for Ugandan to get 40,000 shillings was something. Yes, it was something at that time for many people. You go there, sit around, you're fed, you're treated like you're given a 5-star course meal and all that. And then at the end of the day, you get 40,000 shillings.
Which year was that?
I don't remember. I'm not very good with dates, but that's what happened. And so we got 40,000 shillings. Wow. 40,000 shillings for a couple of days. I mean.
Oh, it wasn't even one day.
No, it wasn't one day. It wasn't one day. You go today, tomorrow. They don't shoot like we do 10 scenes a day now. Okay. 5, maybe 3 scenes in a day, and it's done. Okay. And some people never even featured, but you had already gotten your pay in the morning. The moment you arrived, they'll give you a coupon. This is your money, this is your lunch, this is your everything. Wow. So if you want, you could actually go and do other things and come back to just get paid. But of course, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to act. I wanted to experience, you know, because it's part of our history. That film was part of our history.
Talking about you wanting to act, there's a thin line between wanting to get money and the fame. What do you advise a young filmmaker who is looking at, I'd rather get the fame, money will come later? Does money come after fame, or you have to think of money first before you think of fame in filmmaking?
I think you need to think of...
Okay, let's not say fame. Let me rephrase this. Passion and the money, There are people who want to act and they have the passion, and then there are those who go and they want the money first. What would you advise a young filmmaker?
I think you are in this industry. If you're in this industry for money straight on, then you're wrong.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why is that?
You need to have the passion to do it because it doesn't pay immediately. You need to, first of all, gain the experience for you to start asking for money. Why would you be asking for money from me when you just came? When you're just interning with me? What value are you bringing on my table for you to ask a certain price? Would you even know how to price yourself? I'd ask you, so you're asking for 10 million for what? Tell me what is 10 million bringing on in return? If I give you 10 million, what are you bringing on board to my project? So you have to have a passion first. Passion is what drives this industry. When you have experience, because then when you don't have a passion, that means you won't even go for extra roles. And who will give you a major role if you not appeared anywhere? You see? So you need to have the passion, because passion is what drives this industry. Everywhere in the world, you need to be able to sacrifice. You need to put in a lot of sacrifice for you to be at a certain level. All of us have. Very many do. In Hollywood and everywhere in the world, it takes quite a while for you to be recognized. It takes 10 years. In the scriptwriter's Bible, they tell you it takes 10 years. For the people that we look at and see in Hollywood who are famous, they have been somewhere below for us to see them where they are. It has taken them a while. You might be lucky to come up and make it, sooner than later, but you need to sacrifice. You need to be patient. it takes time.
Okay.
And with time, you mature. Everybody wants a mature actor. Because you will come and yet you don't even speak the language. You see? Okay. You don't speak the film language. I'll tell you, this shot is like this, and okay, because you don't have the experience.
Ali, there was a recent movement for We Want More movement that many actors stood up, filmmakers stood up and said, we want more. Is it worth it to ask for more at the moment in the Ugandan industry, or we are moving well?
What more do you want?
In the last film festival that happened, actors asked that they need more payment. They need to be looked at more by filmmakers, by the producers and etc. What is your take on that? Do you think we are somewhere as the Ugandan industry settled, or at the moment there are certain actors who are feeling oppressed and exploited? And what do you advise those actors who are feeling oppressed and exploited?
Exploitation is maybe a wrong word to use at this time, because nobody is forced to be there. We, as producers, call out for excuse me. We put out a call for auditions.
Yeah.
And you come, you audition, we cast you. When we cast you, we negotiate with you what we are able to offer you. Okay? If you agree, we go on and work. If you don't, then we find another person who is willing to work with us for the fee that we have set out for a particular role. What you need to understand is that we don't have very many executive producers who are injecting in money in the film, who are investing money into the film industry. Most of the filmmakers are independent producers, people like you and me, people who go and probably sell off something and mobilize through family and all that to get a certain percentage to be able to produce a story. So you wanting more pay means you're going to probably fail the project, because I may not be able to offer you. If you want half of the budget that I'm using to produce a film for one person, that means I'm not going to be able to do what? To produce a film. So I'll go with somebody who understands that the money is not yet there. I have not yet been able to get the right investor to come on board for me to be able to pay you what you feel you're worthy. But yes, we can pay more if we get investors to come on board. If the investors understand that film is also a business that can bring in returns, if the structures that are there that enable us that when we produce films, we are going to be able to recoup the investment back. If we have platforms where we exhibit these films, where we have cinemas, where a filmmaker will realize their box office returns immediately. Those we don't have. Okay. We don't have such platforms. But yeah, let's keep on hoping. I don't want I want us to be hopeful that it's possible. But at this point, maybe not.
We're still growing.
We are still growing. And we need to grow together.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt you. Where do you see the industry at the moment? Are we at a takeoff? Are we just catching up? Which stage is the Ugandan industry at the moment? And for someone who is looking at entering the industry, are we at that level that they should actually think of entering?
I've already said you are welcome. I've already said every time I meet a person who wants to join the film industry, I'm like, welcome, you're at the right time. You're here at the right time. So the industry is at a takeoff. Okay. We are at a takeoff. What I also have to tell you is that Uganda, in the whole region of East Africa, we have the most, we churn out more films than anywhere in East Africa, because we have very many independent filmmakers. Kenya, Tanzania don't have very many independent filmmakers. In Kenya, you need to have, because the structures are there, you're not going to work with people without paying them a certain percentage. But in Uganda, it's possible. You can still do that. You can still have you, Angel, and Tony, and everybody else to come and you say, okay, you know what, guys, I have this story. Can we do it? And we do it.
Okay.
But in these other regions or these other countries, you know, everybody has to be paid. So they're not producing a lot like we are.
Okay.
We are doing that because, you know, Uganda, we are, what are we called? We are very entrepreneurial. We want to do things. We want to do things. We jump onto something and we want to do it. It's just that the end result is probably what is still failing us, where we are selling to again make more. That's why you see that very many people have come into the industry and have also left.
Okay. Talking about Ugandans producing more and more and more, is it a matter of more quantity than quality? Why aren't we hitting the likes of Netflix, the Oscars? Are we producing more of quality than quantity? I mean quantity than quality? What is impeding the industry?
We are actually producing quality films. You're not going to tell me that Uganda is not producing quality films.
Okay.
Why Netflix is not here is because we don't have the numbers. Netflix wants numbers. We don't have the numbers. We don't have the consuming numbers. Nigeria, Kenya has. That's why they're in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there are over 200 million people, and I think 100 of those might be able to consume stuff. But in Uganda, we are not. So that is why. Now, we've started. We have Allie representing us, and I think there's another person also who is there. So slowly, but surely we'll catch up.
We've attempted to go to the Oscars twice. Could you also comment about that? Why aren't we making it?
You see, it's a competition at the end of the day. You don't expect that when you submit your film, it will be the one that will win. We are competing in a foreign language. And foreign language, you have the Iranians who have been winning these categories for years. We have now the Japanese, the Koreans who are better placed than us in terms of production value, in terms of everything. They're at a better level. But the fact that we've been there, the fact that we've made our mark onto that platform, that means we're getting there. One step at a time.
Okay.
One day we will definitely bring it back.
Okay. While we wind up this section, can a producer be a successful actor? Or when someone starts producing, they should remain on the producing and they can't do acting? That's something that is impeding many filmmakers.
A producer can be a successful actor. I mean, an actor can actually be a successful producer, vice versa.
Okay.
Because every actor, by the way, would wish to produce a film someday because of the circumstances under which we start acting. You say, I wish I was the producer. I wish I could produce my film someday. So we are instinctively, we want also to be on the other side, invest and do what you wish.
The story you want to tell.
Yeah, story you want to tell. You treat yourself a certain way. Recently, I've been producing a series. I told my friends the other day that I conflicted with the actor in me, the director, and then the producer. Those three aspects of me kind of conflicted. I've been fighting for the rights of actors. I want the industry to be at a certain level. I want actors to be treated a certain way. So here I am the producer and I'm the director. And I have actors on my set. I want to treat them a certain way. But yet the executive producer has given me money to produce up to a certain point. Now, the actors want some things. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Now that is the actor background that I have. Then the director also wants to treat the actors well so that they deliver well. So the producer failed.
The producer failed.
The producer failed because he was spending.
Yet
he's supposed to kind of look at the budget and be cautious of how much he's spending so that he's able to have this product come to pass. So yes, as an actor, you can produce your own and still act well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One last question before we go for the break. Do you think it's essential to go to a film institute in order to become a successful filmmaker?
Yes and no. It's essential because then you filmmaking is a craft which you also have to master over time, and you have to learn certain values for you to be able to do the right thing. Success might not come with that. Okay?
Okay.
You might have gone to school, but maybe you don't work hard enough to see yourself at a certain level. But yet you have the papers, you have all the theories, but you're not practicing it.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes from out of nowhere with the passion that I said is very key for us to make it through. With passion, you will be it. And somebody has that and goes ahead to do everything, learn on the job, practice, do the right thing, and it becomes successful.
Okay.
So
it's a yes and no for you.
It's a yes and no.
Okay.
It's a yes and no.
Okay.
When with professional people, there are certain things. You do things a certain way. You do things what we call professionally.
Yeah.
And somebody with passion might do things the way we call guerrilla style, but guerrilla style delivery. You want everything to be done a certain way, systematically, but then you're wasting time. The guerrilla guy is going to come and just do things.
And finish.
And finish.
Okay.
So yes and no for me.
Okay. All right, so Ali, thank you for this. We're just going to go for a short break. When we come back, we're going to give the last 3 minutes to the last segment, yeah? Cool. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was an amazing talk with Mr. Allie Mutaka, a film legendary in Uganda. See you right after the break.
What exactly happened to Havana's mother? Tell me about her.
She was a Wonder Woman.
Was she beautiful?
Very, so beautiful. Just like her daughter.
That's my little girl.
I missed you so much.
I missed you more. Naye wangambye kyo simbudde okuva ku mulimu ate wamaze n'oddayo.
I know what you can do and I'm not ready to buy new quality.
Please let me in. We can talk about this calmly.
Mikaira wrote a very, very good business proposal for your marketing camp.
You cannot give the deal to that serious company.
Please respect her. Remember, she's my wife.
This is what you do when I'm not around.
Yeah, it's not what you think. Please.
We are dead. Your wife is going to kill us.
This is an apartment. You're planning to jump.
What can I do?
Breakfast is ready. Dress up. You'll come and join me at the table.
I'm not eating this food. Sigenda kufanga ndaba. Not today.
Yes, I want you to pay for my photo shoot over the weekend.
How much?
2 million just.
2 million equals lunch.
What are you innocent? He drinks a lot and brings women back home.
You're the man I loved, and I'll always love you. I wish you feel the way I feel.
Don't even smile. You are late. Again.
Say the man went out with my wife. So
He has insulted me more than once.
But honey, I knocked. It's just...
You know, it's just what? Just what?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our last segment of My Star with Asa. My name is Angelton Asa, Prince of the Sun, and tonight we're happy to have Mr. Allie Mutaka, a legend in the film industry in Uganda.
Allie Mutaka,
What did I say?
Byansi.
Allie Mutaka?
Byansi.
Byansi. All right, I don't know about the Byansi, but definitely he'll tell us. Why Byansi, by the way? Who's Byansi?
Byansi is my father's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does Byansi mean?
Byansi, of the world, for the world.
For the world. So you're here with them. All right, so Mr. Ali, we're going to have just quick fire questions.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Round your life and all that.
No worries.
What's the first thing you do in the morning when you wake up?
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
The first thing I do, like the last thing I do before I go to sleep, is to thank God for a new day. And I ask Him to help me, and I dedicate the day to Him because He's the one who decides what I do. So then, of course, I go, take a shower, wash, and then check. Everybody does. Check what's
Check your WhatsApp.
my WhatsApp.
And then kick off your day.
Yes, emails if I have any. Then I go to office.
Okay, you go to office.
We have a production
When
house.
we enter your house, what's the first thing we shall see when we just, boom, enter?
The first thing you see is you see a couch.
A couch?
A couch, like that one.
Okay.
And then you will see a table that has many books.
Okay.
And you see a projector.
A projector.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought the other cameras that you went with to Matt
No.
Bush.
No. You see a projector because I'm also a projectionist.
Okay.
I used to work for Makula Film Festival as a projectionist, so I love to watch films on a big screen
and
yes.
all that. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Ali, what has been your biggest challenge when you entered the film industry? Just one in 30 seconds.
Lack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah. Lack of opportunity, meaning that if there were many opportunities, we would not be where we are. With consistency, lack of consistency.
Consistent opportunities.
Opportunities.
Okay.
To enable us move. To enable us earn. Because you see, you work on a project and then it takes you a long time to again get on another. Yet you've decided that this is the profession that you're going to do. It's what should bring food on the table, pay your bills and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
What is that funniest or worst punishment that your parents have ever given to you when you were growing up?
True.
Or they have never punished you?
I was punished. My mom was a tailor. So as a child, growing up, I was also playful. I lost the bobbin. I don't know whether you know a bobbin.
Where you put the thread?
Where they put the thread.
Yes.
I was punished. I was punished for that. And fortunately, my mom never apologized to me. She should apologize to me. Because I had not lost it. She had put it in her bag. So because I had used it, I had played with it. And I think at some point, I don't know how it ended up in her bag, but she found it.
No way, your mama won't apologize to you,
No,
Mr.
Mama,
Ali
you should
Mutaka.
apologize to me for whooping my bum that time. So that happened. Yeah.
So what makes you pissed off instantly? What turns you off instantly?
I hate people who lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
And what makes you happy instantly?
I'm a very happy person. Respectful people. Yeah. People who respect.
Okay.
Because I respect everybody. I choose to respect everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm happy if somebody respects me.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black.
Black.
Yeah.
That's why you're suited up in black.
I love black.
Okay.
I love black and white.
Any reason?
Any
story behind it?
The story behind black and white. My mom told me that my father used to wear white like for the whole week. I do that. I just found myself that I have many white shirts. Yeah. That you might find me in white today, white tomorrow, thinking that probably I'm not changing, but I have that. White is pure. Yeah. White, there's a way it makes you feel.
Feel pure.
Feel pure.
But then black is on top of it.
Yeah,
and
black is. There is a cover on the. There is also never judge what is inside. I'm always protected.
Okay.
I'm always protected. I always protect myself.
Okay, so which superhero do you look up to? If you're told to be a superhero, who would that superhero be?
Who doesn't want Superman?
Superman. I think Black Adam will hook him.
No, Black Adam is a bomb.
I mean, they're gonna meet and then we shall see who will win at the end of the day.
No, Black Adam is. That's such a disappointment.
Oh, you were disappointed by the movie?
I was disappointed by Black
Why, if I still as people who are watching?
Come on, it was overrated.
Yeah.
For The Rock to be in such a film, no
It was
way.
overrated.
It was
It
overrated.
had too many jokes in
Yes, it had to. Was it a comedy? First of all, you see, when I watch, I'm a filmmaker, but funny enough, I don't watch so many movies.
Yeah.
Because I feel I'm going to be corrupted. I want to stay original. That's what I've always said. I want to create stuff that is original from my head. So I don't watch many movies. But for Black Adam, I wanted to watch. Because Black Adam
was so hyped.
Yes. And I see this guy jumping, falling, and doing things. No way.
And it's comedy.
Comedy. Yeah. But Superman, of course, we all grew up watching Superman. Who wouldn't want to watch Superman? It's like, for our generation, it was the only superhero we ever watched. So growing up and continuing seeing him reinvent himself and so many other things. Superman and Batman, but Superman for me, he goes to the moon, he does things, he saves lives. Yeah.
And now, towards our last questions. Yeah. If you're the president already, but if you're the president of the Republic of Uganda and you're told to get a special meal, Mr. President, sir, what would we offer you?
I'll be fair to my people. I'm a Msoga, proudly so. I would ask for granite paste and sweet potato, anytime for me.
How do you say that in the Soga?
Amaido nemboli. In fact, I'm Mvuluga. The sauce is Mvuluga. Maido is the genus itself, but Mvuluga nemboli. Anytime for
the president of the Republic of Uganda.
Yes, and a bit of greens, of course. Katukuma or nakati,
Okay. Yeah. And now, finally, Mr. President, sir, if you write a book about yourself, what would the title be?
The Simple Man with a Low Profile.
Simple Man with a low profile.
Yeah.
Not a simple man with a simple profile.
No.
Okay.
The law is so that everybody feels they can read it.
You welcome everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. A simple man with a low profile. Is he approachable though? People say you're not approachable. How true is that? Or how false is that?
That is very false.
They look at you and say, how do you start talking to
others? No. I think that's very false. I'm one of the most approachable people. I'm very welcoming because I want to be welcomed also. So there is no way I'm going to put on a certain facet upon me if I also expect the same in return. So I'm very approachable and I'm willing to share. I'm willing to pat your back. I'm always encouraging. I always want to tell you it's possible. This is what I've always told my young filmmakers, that it is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
How do people reach you out? Where do they get you?
Of course, I'm always at the National Theatre. Every Tuesday we have a platform like, Film Club Uganda. I'm always there. When I'm not on a project, I'm always there. We meet every Tuesday from 6:30 up to 9, where we interact with anybody willing, passionate film enthusiasts who wants to join the industry. And of course, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on Facebook. You can look me up, Mutaka Allie Byansi on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Not so much. Instagram.
You don't take pictures?
No. No, I don't. But I'm always at the National Theatre. And, I'm always approachable. Very approachable.
He said it by himself with his own words. It's very approachable. Please, ladies, approach. And gentlemen, please approach him. Who doesn't want a strong African man?
Approach me for film. Anything related to film.
Okay, so Mr. Ali Mutaka, I'm going to give you just a few seconds to look into the camera and give your parting remarks, then we close this show.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, for this platform that you created, Angel. And I am glad and happy, and I'm honored to be a part of this movement that is geared towards giving film a face and giving the artists a platform to experience and express themselves. So I call upon everybody to watch My Star.
Yeah.
And what is it?
My Star with Asa. It shows every Friday.
Yeah, I call upon everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to watch My Star with Asa. It shows on every Friday at 7 p.m. Yeah.
They should subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah, this is a good thing because you know what? For us as industry practitioners, we need the support of everybody for us to grow. Otherwise, we can't grow without you people. So we can't grow without people like Asa. We can't grow with the audience, and we can't grow with the subscribers. So please subscribe. Make this the best show ever in Uganda on film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Just tell them bye in any language that you know.
I was going to say boot my bell. How do you say? I want to use...
Which one?
Boot my bell.
Boot my bell. Try and tell people good night at this time.
Yeah, I don't want to tell them good night. Yeah, it's in the evening. It's in the evening.
Okay.
It's in the evening. Boot my bell. Musule bulungi, mwere bulungi. Bye.
Mulambaire.
Mulambare bulungi. Mweraba.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Allie Mutaka Byansi. Yes, that's the big man himself, a film legend in the Republic of Uganda. And he has promised us that this industry is just taking off. And if you want to be part of it, do not miss it at this critical stage when it's busy taking off. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun. I'm your host of this amazing story, My Star with Asa, that shows every Friday at 7 p.m. right here at Infinity Lounge, Capital Shoppers and Tinder. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell to get all the best of our episodes each time they come out. Ciao, adios, I'm done.